So today I am going to share with you my absolutely favorite and most used eye makeup brushes. Now, I don't feel you have to spend loads of money. Of course, we would all love to have brushes from WINDSOR or Hodo or all these expensive, beautiful, soft brushes, but obviously they are so expensive. But I don't feel for a, average person like you and me. I am not a makeup artist. I don't use them for my work. There is so many good, affordable brushes that you really don't need to spend that much money. Mine are not the cheapest, but they are not very expensive. They sort of in the middle of the road. So let's start with a flat paddle brush, I would call. So basically you need few sizes of flat, I call them flat paddle brush. This is the brush that you would lay your shadow with all over your lid. Now, I don't feel like you have to spend much money on these at all. You can buy them from anywhere. This is not that important brush. This is just basically to lay your base color all over your lid. I have here a few that are unknown make, but another good ones are Sigma E55, and I will list them all down below. MAC 392, Bare Minerals, Bare Essentials, Wet and Dry Eyeshadow. Now you also should always have one of those, but completely synthetic, almost like a concealer brush for cream eyeshadows, because you can't really use cream eyeshadows with real hair brush. But these, I would say, are they are important, they are very useful, but when it comes to which ones they are from where, it does not matter. Okay, the next is Crease Brush, and my absolutely favorite, is this one. And this is Blank Canvas Cosmetics. This is Irish make. I'm sure they are shipping everywhere. I have about 4 of those. I just love the little point to get right in a crease. And the second one is Zoeva 231. This one is a bit stiffer, a bit more compact, so it's more for defining your crease. Yes, so the Blank Canvas Cosmetics E42, it's absolutely fabulous to do crease, and I love this brush. I use it all the time. When you first get it, it looks a bit more pointy, but once you've washed it, it's not, but you still get that little point. I love that. Whereas the Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite is a bit stiffer, a bit more rounded, and that's quite good to define your crease when you want to build up quite dark color with it. Another 3 brushes they are absolutely love, and these are quite famous, well, especially the MAC one. I call them crease brushes as well, but you can use them for so many things. This brush can be used as laying down the eyeshadow, doing the crease and blending out. So if you look at these 3, they look very similar. So of course the first one, the most famous one, is the MAC 217, but very similar to that is Sigma E25, and very similar but a bit bigger is the 227 from Zoeva Soft Definer, sorry. So as you can see, MAC and Sigma look almost identical. Zoeva is a bit bigger. Okay, these brushes are so useful. So you can do the crease with that. I mean, with the side of it, you can lay the color down. With the point of it, you can do your crease, and you would hold the brush that way to do the crease, then you could flip the brush that way and diffuse that crease. So these are so useful. Now, blending brushes, you know, once you've done your crease and everything and you want to blend it all out, I've got 3 here. I've got Taper Defining E35 from Sigma. So that's E35 from Sigma. 228 from Zoeva, which is nice and soft fab to blend out. And also 221 Soft Crease from Zoeva. This one is not as soft as the other two, but still very good. Now, I think people say that Zoeva is, Sigma is expensive. I don't think. For the quality, I think they are quite adequately priced, especially the eye brushes. I think some of the face brushes can be expensive, but then you use more hair. I also really love the Real Techniques. It's called Base Shadow Brush, which you would think would do the same as the flat paddle brush, but to me this is much more blending brush. I like using this one when I do one eyeshadow look and I lay all this eyeshadow, and then with this brush I just blend it upwards. So this is very useful. In fact, most of the Real Techniques brushes I really like. Which brings me to the shading brush, and I think I have 5 of those. This is a must for me. This is a little synthetic brush. It's a bit stiff and I love it for packing on eyeshadow in my outer V. You know, when I darken my outer V, I pack it on here and then I blend it out. I always use this brush for that. Now, another brush that you really need is a pencil brush, and I have 2. I have MAC 219 and I have Blank Canvas Cosmetics E23, and there's also Sigma E30. This brush is just perfect for doing your lower lash line with eyeshadow, to maybe highlighting in the corners of your eye. You can highlight your cupid bow. It's such a good brush. And last 2 are, you could call them eyebrow brushes or liner brushes, and one of them is from MAC, which I think is eyebrow brush, whereas the other one is from Zoeva and it is called liner brush. But I do love using this for gel liner. And it's something quite new to me. I don't use them much for eyebrows, but I think they do such great job for eyeliner. They are so fine and so thin that they do amazing job with a gel eyeliner. So I have loads of other eyeshadow brushes, but I was thinking about it whenever I do my eyes, what do I really use, what I couldn't be without. And of course I've shown you a few options of each, but if you think, if you just had to have one of each, you would need 7 brushes. So this is one of each that I've shown you. That's 7 brushes. So if you're starting out, if you have just 7 brushes like this, you are ready to go. Okay, so these were my most used brushes I cannot live without. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye!